The quicker I do this is the quicker we can get the shaming. Hello, everybody. Sorry, let me pull the game up. Because this is very important. Pulling the game. I need to see if I can pull the game up properly. Because it is such an issue for me to do so. Normally. Okay, can do that. Okay. We can. Sorry, I hit it immediately because I'm resizing it. This is gonna be the most interesting way to play this game, because chat is on the right side. That means we're gonna have to get something for chat. It's gonna be scuffed. Mostly because I I don't stream on YouTube that often. Don't find me in other places, but I have to like make sure everything's good. We're gonna get a background for the chat next time. So I want to hear my stream and how it sounds. So I'm pulling it up because I have to. And let me see if chat works. If this doesn't work, yeah, we're good. I can just remove it too, so no one can see it. You guys will see it, obviously, in the video, but no one else can see it. Actually, you might see it in the stream too. Disappeared. Okay. Should I get it back on the chat? I guess I shouldn't. For now, we'll work through it. No, let's not do that. Close. There you go. So here's Gore Screaming Show. I'm gonna assume that there's gonna be a lot of gore. It's gonna be the 18 plus game with a lot of murder, violence. This seems like an older visual novel, so I'm gonna say there's gonna be a lot of regular stuff you would expect to see from that. But I was suggested this game from someone, so I'm playing it. I'm mostly just stalling. Now I don't need to stall. Boom. Let's get back to the game. Everything in the world, and I hate it. The girl laughs. Hatred, despair, envy, intent, pessimism, compassion, persistence, anxiety. She was burdened with all negative feelings and murdered to herself. I want to be happy. Okay, well, well, I don't know what to take from that. Well, let's just start the game. My brain is fried from other games, so also love game. No game beta. I've not played this game before. How many pages? 10 pages? Okay. The sky hangs high above. White clouds dot this vast blue expanse. Owing to the clear autumn air, the ridges of the mountains are easily visible from afar today too. That's Mount Nishimori, and right next to it is the Shrine. Below that is a forest park, and below that is the school. I guess I do remember this place. Okay, well, I don't like that. We went from all that to this nice and happy guy. Talking about memories. What's on with him? Pedaling his bike on. Kyoji smiles as he gazes at the sailing past him. Smile. I paused here mostly because I feel like I'm too loud. I feel like this always happens where I feel like I'm too loud. But maybe that's just because my shit is loud in general. Like, dude. Move the audio mixer, yeah. That's not what I want to do. I forgot how the audio mixer works. There we go. Like, I sound more in line with the game here, but I guess people think I'm quiet. Let's see, now I changed it to 5. Is that gonna be better? If it is, we'll continue with the game. If it's not, then I don't know. This truly is a quaint countryside. These sights never change. I think that's a bit better. Let me take out my earphones. If you have any issue with the audios, tell me. Countryside. This place hasn't really changed in 3 years since he moved out. There are a few differences, but all of them are minor. Our liquor store has been replaced by a convenience store, and is a cheap general store, where the cleaners used to be on the street corner. There's the pedestrian crossing he always had to cross on his way to school. Back when he was a kid, he made up this rule that if he could cross the road while staying on a white line, he would be a good day. And indeed, this place is exactly the same. As his spirits lift a little, his legs somehow feel lighter as they pedal his bike. This is his first time in Kurihito City in 3 years, and it is also his first reunion with his classmates in the same. You shouldn't think of this as transferring in, but more like he's coming back home. I don't think it. I don't know them. We don't know them, basically. Hold on. My throat is dry. I also gotta text someone. Which is not gonna be often occurring, so at least it shouldn't be. But I would not trust these people. Not because I think we should be suspicious of everybody as we do this, but mostly just because I think it's natural to be suspicious. Just people you've not seen in 3 years. Many of them it's people he did not see, but they were all bats back then. Things should be fine now. No, no, don't expect that. Oh, Jad, I gotta hurry. The minute of the minute hand of his wrist watch is nearly pointing straight up. Kyoji leans forward, pedaling faster. His backpack's contents clatter loudly as he rides away. He remembered where his school is well enough. He doesn't have to check where it is again. Right, so just take a turn here, and then right. He just needs to take a turn on the corner with that big wall and the telephone pole. School should be right there. The spot where he opted to sneak out to play with the childhood fence. What? Oh, what the hell? I did. Oh, that's a light click. Okay. Okay, I was like, what the f. Hell nah, there's a sports game on there. It's a soil red down, a large gopher, an iron bar that's so high it's out of reach, a green chain link fence that they climb over. And past that, is the school Kyoji will be attending from today onward. Alright, last all. But I'm just checking because I have to check. I'm duty bound to check. No, okay. Welcome home. Like I tried to defend. No, voice acting, so I don't have to voice act, guys. I gotta remember it. I sometimes I click. He bakes hard. He just ran over someone. His bike just crashed into something. He felt the impact for sure. He somehow managed to brace his legs, stabilize his bike before it tops over, then hurriedly turns around. I'm sorry, are you? But what Koji seeks next leaves him dumbfounded in more ways than one. No way. There's no one behind him, and what's more... Huh? Eh? What? I say, it's over. Turning my lights off. Now I'm in a real void. What atmosphere. But, yeah. It's over. What do you mean? You don't notice anybody. What do you mean, no? What do you mean? That shit just makes no sense. You live in reality. Kyoji scans his surroundings. What in the scenery of what should have been past that corner? The scenery that Kyoji remembers so vividly is gone. Where is he? And he also teleported. Where are you? There should be road cutting between the rice paddies past the concrete walls corner. And past those, the school building. Or at least, that's what he should be seeing. But for some reason, he seems to be on the mountain. Looking around some more, his eyes widen with shock. He can remember pedaling at full speed down the pavement just a second ago. But the corner he turned around is gone. Is there a log? I would need to check the log. There wasn't controls. There wasn't like a control thing, so I'm working on. I might need to test buttons off stream. The mundane shopping district he'd sailed past earlier. This area is nowhere to be seen. In its place, all I can see now is a narrow, sorry, winding trail leading into the trees. A nearby gutter drain, is clogged dead leaves, cobwebs of snake gourds hanging from the branches. Everything's covered in vines that line and coil around each other, forming green clusters. What the hell? Where am I? And where did that girl go? Is he going crazy? You got a fatigue from moving the end and starting to weigh down on him all at once. I don't think so. I don't. As Kyoji stands to reflects an odd sound reaches he is feeling his bike seat wedge beneath him. He looks down. Oh, come on! No, are you kidding me? That's his bike seat is sucking down. His front wheels tires visibly deflating. Seriously, why is today so unlucky? No fun time, nice to walk. From far, he can hear school's bell. The very school he should have been arriving at on time just a minute ago. Lazily laying out. Oh, it's over. Just kill me. You're gonna be going on his first day transferring and things literally can't get any less than that. Why are you saying that? It's just being late to school. I get that being late to anything is different in Japan, but like, still, it's like no, like it's just being late. Nobody's gonna die from you being late. In fact, there are many things that could happen. You could die. You could be the one dying. You just saw like a random girl disappear, and you should be more worried about that. This class homeroom teacher, Mr. Ando, blinks a few times, looks like Kyoji with a dejected and set it sort of gaze that gives the impression he hasn't quite woken up yet. Ah, right. Do I voice act when there's voice acting? As I recall, you Sophie and Kurihito, right? I guess I'll chill on the voice act because, you know, that's not my thing anyway. When there's voices anyway. Yes. Beth. It's so low though. This is the game. I feel like the game is mixing as well. Kyoji can only hang his head. There isn't much you can say in his defense if the teacher puts it like that. Well, yeah, you wait. It's your fault, you bum. Hey, sunshine. Through the windows, drawing a line of light over the linoleum floor, making the room oddly quiet. What happened in those thick woods, it almost feels like a dream now. In the end, he was able to follow the school's bell and find the school from between the trees. As it turns out, Kyoji was on the Mount Nishimori, right behind the school. He didn't intend to go there, but he probably got so caught up in his thoughts that he lost his way and ended up there by accident. Or maybe, as embarrassing as it is to admit, he was too nervous to fall asleep last night, basically ended up sleepwalking. Shit. Behind him? At least just suddenly manages this, pulling Kyoji out of his thoughts. He still has more to say, it seems. Yes. Kyoji? Yeah. What a lackluster response, man. There are only 2 primary schools in the area. Kurohito East, which is the school Kyoji attended a few years ago, and Kurohito West, the municipal school. Most schools tend to go graduate to this high school. As such, if the school has even a mix of both, students, but if we have Kyoji's class, should be people he knows. If I get along with everyone, that has nothing to do with me. Like, you know, they better get along with me. That's what I'm saying. And, continues speaking with this utterly unmotivated voice, his aesthetic gaze fixed forward. Such familiar lines and hackneyed encouragements. Teachers are probably the same no matter where you go. There are some teachers who are fired up. Right. Kyoji nods vaguely, mostly because he can hardly reply in here way. Right. He's just like... That says many. He heard on the other side of the door, settles down the moment he steps aside. He tries to put on an expression that conceals just how awkward he is. He sees his eyes as a man with spot on the ceiling. Hi guys, I'm back. He just came to the class while Endo introduced him. Shinta. Gazing at him with a slightly bewildered expression is his old best friend, Shinta Maki. Kyoji feels his lips curl up into a smile. Smiling as soon as you see a man. My fault. I'm just saying, like, nobody sees it. When he sees a man, gets excited. He's still short as ever. He always did hate drinking milk. And you calm down a man's height. I'm just saying, bro. I'm just noticing the patterns. Kyoji eyes continue scanning over past him, spotting more familiar faces. Oh, Akane. As a sudden memory flashes in his mind, Kyoji faces bows. Notice how he's not smiling. Akane Kazuyagi, another childhood friend of his. This isn't that surprising. It's a school in a small town, so not that many separate castles. Yeah, we know, man. We've gotten over this. Kyoji investigates, waking from what kind of expression Akane had on her face. Oh, come on. I'm in the same class as Akane? Oh, it's... Away from it, Kyoji's gaze falls on the gloomy looking but familiar girl sitting on the opposite window. Can't quite remember her, but he gets a feeling that she was his classmate in the past too. He gave one to fade. He was unexpected the face that he needed back of the class. Wait, is that Misano-san? She sees Megan as Kyoji too, staring at him with round eyes. She's a classmate of his, from his old school. She moved out about 6 months ago. What a coincidence, he never expected her. He ran into it. Seeing someone he met relatively recently put him at ease. But he's just looking at the class and not saying a damn word. Ando's been waiting for like 20 seconds. Hey man, are you gonna speak? Or are you just gonna stand there looking dumb? At Ando's prompting, Kyoji steps into the teacher's podium. I'm Kyoji Jina. My parents had to relocate abroad because of work. But since I didn't want to leave the country, I decided to stay in Japan. What? Whose parents let you do this? Not me. If I'm going to buy, my child's coming with me. Like, the only way my child is not living with me is if they're going to school at a high place, and I have high trust that they're gonna be safe at. And not only that, they have to be at least 16. Hell no. That said, I think some of you already know me, but I hope I can get along with everyone. He's not trying to make himself seem just interested. He's actually quite curious and excited as he walks past into classmate. It settles into his seat. Hey, try to be nonchalant, but you're too chalant. I get it. An hour passes by. It's in English class. Quite a bit of it is already over. Since Kyoji was late, but thankfully the first class was Anders. I'm sleepy. Kyoji stifles the yawn. He feels restless, as they're wearing clothes he's not used to. Despite that, sleepiness watches over him all the time. It's the very definition of a dull class. All the teacher's doing is reading from the textbook. Kyoji can spot students all over the class peering unabashedly into their phones. School Kyoji attended in the big city wasn't one of those high-level schools meant to prepare students for university entrance exams, but it did care a little more about discipline than this one. Yeah, I imagine. School used the same textbook as its old one, and actually seemed to be a bit further ahead on the material, but since all they're doing with it is dryly reading it out loud, it's not actually sinking in. All in all, the whole place just seems half-lighted. Oops. I started yawning again. These guys making me yawn. It's almost bad. Everything went pretty for a second. Kyoji looked around the classroom, seeking distraction from a sleep-inducing lecture. Kinda, huh? Talk about awkward. His gaze wanders to Akane, sitting in the class with her chin resting on her hands. Akane Kazuyaki. Her puts Kyoji in a dark mood. Feels like he's been left in the most desolate place imaginable. Late at night without a single star in sight. Late at night without a single star in sight. Pour this gun, I might. Make them dynamite. That means explode with. Sorry, I can't continue. Oh, zip it already. It makes a little doofus call someone else a doofus. Seriously, just shut up already. Besides, why are you in my place so early in the morning? Their parents are fans and became childhood fans as a result. I was just playing the 100 Lines Academy. Well, I am playing it still. And of course, they both are childhood fans. They're not the same name. Also, Akane. Akane is a common childhood fan name, honestly. Reminds me of 999, since we just talked about the 100 Lines Defense Academy. They always play together as peaceful. She's a pretty girl who would always join in with his games about how dangerous they were. And then, no, stop it! I said stop. Yo, I turned the lights off and out bright as fuck. Please don't do that again. He wishes he could feel the way she looked back then, with the face scrunched up in her cheeks, cheeked with tears, but he can't. Kane, who was always so animated and tough, looked so fine, and until that happened, he never seen her that way. Thankfully, none of the kids who were behind her stayed away in this classroom. Honestly, because you wish he'd never see them again. I wonder if she still remembers. Yeah. I imagine she does. It's not a good memory. I'm not sure why you, like... Kyoji is so silent and still heavy with anxiety. It's bad memory, but like... I assume you guys are still friends, you guys still like each other. You guys still would talk to each other. I don't know what to be awkward it is about. Unless like she was like, why didn't you help me? Or something like that, and you guys like stopped talking to each other. He hopes she forgot about it somehow. It'd be so much easier for him if she has. When he was at the podium area, he got the feeling that Kanye looked at him, her gaze as earnest as that it was. Seems like it kinda just looked his way. Her gaze flickered in his direction, like she noticed his own, but then she immediately looked away. She once again turns her eyes towards the teacher. It looks like she's biting her lip. Madame class and the bike starts, Kyoji starts feeling as if some kind of invisible wall has formed around him. He doesn't have the kids in class. Why does he feel like such an outsider? He understands that anyone else is the way he's there. He could feel the gaze pickling his back the whole time. So I don't think anyone would approach him. Man, ain't nobody trying to talk to you, man. Awkward. Says to just leave the classroom. Not on the mind, Kyoji gets to his feet, but just then, one of the invisible wall crumbles. Yeah, Connie's actually talking to him. Hi. It certainly has, hasn't it? Yeah, it has. Nobody manages to apply casually. Kyoji's height is very much athletic. Yeah, I thought Connie would approach him on her own. Not after what happened. Connie continued speaking, her expression a bit nervous. I'd assume so. Yeah. Wait. America. Hey, man, are you gonna talk? Do you want to talk to him, man? Or do you want to be a bitch? Like, please choose one, so I don't have to, like, get mad. Was this, like... When is this taking place? Like, 2001? Or, like... I don't know. It's just that they'd be away for a while. Mom acted like they were going sightseeing. How are you folks? Doing well? And Sho and Satoshi too. Now you're acting like you don't want to talk. What's up with the details? Really? Conversation comes in above stop. Yeah, she's not cool with me. I mean, it makes sense. What? Are you stupid? She's not cool with me. She walked up to you and talked to you. Who does that to people they're not cool with? Unless the whole plan is to make you suffer. But at that point, she's your enemy now. She wants to make you suffer, she's your enemy, and then you got different issues. She's fine with you, because she's talking to you, and she wants to talk to you. And after all, despite giving him a smile, Connie is always avoiding gaze, refusing to look him in the eye. She wasn't like this before. She used to always be familiar with him, almost to the point of violence. Though he knows it's unnatural to treat him like this now, he was able to think to change that and almost makes him scream in frustration. Buddy, you're also acting awkward around here, so like this is not like a one-sided thing. You're both participating in this awkward activity. Make conversation trails off again because you're thinking too much. Excuse me. Notice how don't even try to hide that the fact that they're staring at them. As Goji said, it's a feeling. That's feeling like you can't stand in this second longer. Help comes from an unfair source. Not unexpected, that's your best friend. Shinta, man, that's the guy you love. Yo, Shinta, what about you? Kinda like similarly to see him. Yeah. Has to say it like that, that's definitely how he said it. It kinda walks off as if Shinta just stepped in to replace him. Shinta scratches his cheek with an utterly bothered expression. I guess he's bothered by it, I don't know. Bell, hey, yo, man. This is getting explicit. Like, oh, I've been joking about it. You should have beefed up it. It's like, the first thing you're gonna do is comment my physique. Like, you're not like family. Oh, you should go make it tall. This is the last time I seen you. You're not like my uncle or my auntie. Like, like, who are you? Like, what's going on, man? Why are you looking? And don't worry about my meat. I have? Kyoji was about to jokingly say that shit hasn't changed one bit, but he managed to swallow those words. Did it really change that much? Is he not? He imagining stuff. Similarly, Kyoji wasn't sure if he should approach them and eat either. Wait, did he really change that much over the last years without even noticing? No, I even be keeping a distance? God, deal with this is so annoying. Oh, but I'm relieved, you know? The face hasn't changed much. New shop, let's go. I mean, not, but let's go. Yeah, but it looks peaceful as ever. Shinta, who'd been speaking awkwardly until now, suddenly felt his bows at the comment. What's wrong, Shinta? Got issues? Did something happen? Yeah, what's up? Shinta bangs his face close to his expression a bit reluctant. Weird how? Weird incidents. Ooh. Huh? Filial? Difference in age. But they're both still kids. He shakes his head, which makes Shinta seem awfully proud for some reason. What? You call these weird incidents, but isn't that just kidnapping? I thought you said, isn't that just fucking kidnapping? But no, I hallucinated that in my mind. Yeah, it could just be trafficking. Maybe some figure who thinks he's pulling some kind of elaborate prank. Understand. Shinta suddenly knits its brows. Who? Sadashima? Who is he? Oh, I can tell just by how he looks. He wants beef. he wants some issues. He wants some problems. He and his posse. Finally, she doesn't let it slide. Kyoji gaze settles on a group of obvious delinquents, all of whom are staring at him. Yeah, what about Sadashima-kun over there? Of course he has some important fathers. And that's why he knew what he wants, huh? Kyoji knows Sadashima General Hospital well. It's the only general hospital in town. He used to go there every time he got the flu. He doesn't like Nezum, so they probably went in any school Kyoji went to. Yeah, I came from that school. His gaze met Sadashima's. Sadashima takes a quick smile at him before speaking up his conies, occasionally casting another glance at Kyoji. He made a snake there stickingly from the back corner to class. Man, talk about nasty. The attitude makes clear just what kind of guys they are. They're definitely not the type sort of people Kyoji wants anything to do with. Standing next to Kyoji, Shinta looks up at him. There's a hint of concern in his eyes, but Kyoji just shrugs. I'm not doing anything to mess with this I'm not doing anything to mess with Sadashima-kun and his fans, am I? I need to worry about it then. Kyoji says confidently, while raising an eyebrow. Shinta whispers, seemingly unconvinced, and catches his cheek again. That's how he was landing the bakerings. Look at that, how about we go hang out after school? It's been a while. It's been a long while after all. Kyoji almost says that to Shinta before he heads for his desk, but then he is with the mumble on his bed. Hearing this, Kyoji unconsciously retracts the hand he raised to tap Shinta on the shoulder. Damn. That's because he's not scared of him? He different now? Damn. You must have used to be some type of coward, man. It has something to do with like kinda would be awkward around him. Oh, he didn't do anything. Shinta seems like the way it was commented that he was awfully proud about the kidnapping can sort of make me suspect him already. Like seeing that we didn't hear about it. But that's just like that may be me reading into the situation more than I should. But he also seemed to know about it. Like, specifically, like, he says there's things that the newspaper and the news is talking about that he thought was weird. Which is weird, because why would he know that information? We'll find out. Things already changed much by lunchtime. Kyoji went on a bun he bought from the school store and leaves the classroom. I guess the 3-year gap is played, and I thought, 3 years when you're like a young person, there's a lot, gang. There's a lot. Shinta kept going on about how much he has changed and people he hung out with all the time just years ago, keeping a list from him for some reason. Kyoji doesn't feel like he changed at all, so he's at a loss without a hand of this. It's weird. My 10th student's supposed to be kind of popular. We had a cast of humans against the corridor's walls, and he used to sigh. Is it because he used to live here before? He lacks the curiosity and mystic flair Chancellor Soon normally has. But at the same time, he's been gone long enough to make it hard to re-establish his old relationships the way they used to be. He had some close friends in old school, of course, so he never felt terribly lonely there. To begin with, he was never an very outgoing person. At least that's how Kyoji sees himself. Looking away from the stream of chattering, smiling students, he turns around and leans against the window with still. A short distance away outside, he can see a slope leading up to Mount Nishimori. Mount Nishimori, huh? What happened back there? Yeah, very weird. I had another thing without realizing it because he was half asleep. That must have been it. But it all felt so vivid. Yeah. That faint voice supposed to be ticklish, surely into his ear. From a distance, he can hear the sound of a bell being kicked, accompanied by cheering. The sunlight is warm, just like earlier this morning, the sky is clear and pretty. For some reason, Kyoji feels like a shadow is hanging over him, and him alone. It reminds him of what Shinta said about those girls going missing. What's that all about? Yeah, feels like that. He doesn't remember anything similarly dangerous happening back when he used to live here. When he saw the city on his way to school morning, it looked just like how he remembered it, a regular countryside town. But time has passed after all, so it probably has changed in ways he can't see. That's the anxiety bruise in Kyoji's chest. He may have returned to his town, but it doesn't feel like he has come home. Just as the discomfort starts to overcome him, he hears something that hammers in the final nail into the coffin of his unease. As he sidelong glance, he sees a Kane carrying a large map, probably material for the next class, on the guy he saw earlier, Sadashima. Sadashima takes the map out of Akane's hands. As she moves to take the map back from Sadashima, Akane's eyes settle on Kyoji. Hey? Sadashima's gaze starts between Akane and Kyoji before he jerks his chin. Akane answers the questions a bit reluctantly for some reason. Yeah, that's me. Sadashima's lips curl into a crooked and mocking sneer. He didn't tap Akane right on the shoulder. At that says, Sadashima goes into the classroom. Seriously, what a nasty guy. Things about him makes Kyoji's stomach churn unpleasantly. Nothing has really happened between him, but something about the guy just pisses Kyoji off to no end. What, you friends with him? I mean, you know, maybe in a vacuum, in a world where this person was a random guy, but this is Sadashima, a scumbag. And you might be like, well, how is he a scumbag if you don't know him? And nothing's happened. Just look at his face, okay? Does he look like a good guy? It might be a little bit of, you know, like, I may be making an assumption here, right? But I don't think my assumption is wrong. He was born to be a bad person. I'm sorry. I looks up at Kyoji, still seemingly uncomfortable about what just happened. And if he isn't, then I'll fill out the apology for him. I don't like this. Kyoji doesn't say that a lot, but he certainly thinks it. He doesn't like this. I put his finger on what it is, but something about this whole situation just makes him unbelievably angry. This pleasure is probably showing his face because Akane awkwardly looks away from him. I'm gonna assume you, not you, but, Kyoji doesn't like it because he has a crush on Akane and seeing her with another guy. Especially with a guy like that. Ah, yeah. I turned around and bolted to the costume. Oof, I'm tired. You made it through the day one way or another. Should take it out somewhere as soon as school's out. And no one really tries to approach Kyoji. Kyoji packs his things and hurries out of costume. He then makes his way to the back of the school. He wasn't sure where the bicycle rack was, so he simply left his bike in an out of sight by the lawn. I gotta go to the bicycle store. I gotta go to a bicycle store and get this thing fixed. His front wheel's tire went flat this morning, so he needs to get that changed. Yeah, yeesh. I'm pretty annoying if I say as they go. Feeling a bit dejected, Kyoji takes a turn at the corner and heads behind the school building. There's a shade on the school building. The air is a bit cool here. The wind is picking up as well. As he walks down the thin shrubbery, Kyoji spots a group huddled around waiting off his bicycle. And he is what's up like a bunch of conies all cackle loudly. Not funny, man. It's Sashima gang. This is what they mean by fate having a taste for irony. This guys of all people I got here of all places. Sashima, who gives Kyoji the worst possible vibes, is currently sitting on the seat of Kyoji's bicycle used as a makeshift chair. Just now, he mentioned Kazuyagi, which definitely meant he was talking about Akane. What do I do now? He was back here and going home as an option, but you know he barges his way to the group leader from besides. Yeah, but he's obviously sitting on our bike. On purpose, right? It's not like an accident. He knows a die bike. I'm 100% sure he does that. Shinto was like, they definitely have an air about them. That makes Kyoji want to stay away. He really appeared before them and asked for his bikes. Why did we go into them? Nah, if anything, he'll just pick a fight. It's only his first day at school, so he doesn't want to get in trouble. He can just wait this out and come back later. Especially when his friends keep laughing vocally the whole time for some reason. It doesn't seem like they notice Kyoji. Kyoji doesn't know makes the weave when one of Sashima speaks up. He just stops in his tracks. Sashima leans forward. Yeah, I have to look. He has a look of some comic villain's lackey. Following that, another guy who looks even more like a villain's unknowing pipes up. In order to get a key, so the loud voice echo, especially loudly against the school wall. Kyoji clenches his fists. It felt like his body heat spiked up all at once. Sashima grimaces visibly. Oh. Kyoji steps out of the bushes, Sashima getting all to look at him at the same time. None of them suspected that someone might have been there. Kyoji looks around the stare as they stare at him with dumb, slack-jawed expression before he says, "You're pathetic." Sashima is the first to react. He thought of Kyoji's bikes, which he'd been casually beating up against up until now. What, you deaf? Too fucking stupid to understand what I'm saying. You're pathetic. Or the douchebag is what you are. Whoa. Oh. He ain't even do nothing yet. Like, we have not initiated any smoke with him. Like, we've not started any fights. We've not, like... We're supposed to be, like, fake cordial to one another because we don't like each other, but we don't hate each other yet. What did you do, man? To get that heated up? Because them asking around about what happened and who you are is not crazy. I have to admit it, it's not a bad thing to do either. They don't know you. And you know someone, I'm assuming, this guy right here, Sadashima, is interested in, or dating, or friends with, or who he's trying to convince to pay attention to him. One of these four things. So it's not wild to look for information. Hajime goes right in the face. Kyo just sneers at him. There's only say it over and over again. I bet you hear it all the time as it is. Hashima slowly walks up to Kyoji, stopping at a meter away from him. Seeing Sashima up close like this, where he drives home how tall he is. Even though Kyoji generally considered tall for his age, Sashima has a few centimeters on him. Looks like my legs are longer though. After noticing all these fact, Kyoji sneers at him again. The other boys follow Sashima, moving into silent Kyoji. Maybe it's because he's been in such a kind mood all day, but this is scare Kyoji. In fact, it excites him. Sashima runs his shoulder in a swagger, and then stuffs his hands in his pockets. I'm gonna go home. You guys might not go home. Keep playing with me. I don't give a fuck. If Kyoji wants to action, we gonna do action. There's 5 guys here, Sashima, but if they saw Kyoji, he'll be pretty much helpless. Because these guys are clearly sure they can't lose the fight either. Especially all playing with confidence. Not much obvious of no wax, reaching the way they move. If they gang up on me, I'll lose them, so that means Kyoji plays like that Sashima. Sashima probably feels something ominous from what Kyoji gives him, fills his brow suspiciously. Sorry, buddy, but I can't walk away from this one with the loss. But yeah, I should at least kick the shit out of the boss. Kyoji steps forward and slams his clenched fist into Sashima's surprised face. Yeah, they're just intimidating you. We don't know. They don't know how to fight. I guarantee they didn't know how to fight. Start knocking them out, scared them, and then why they like, oh shit, he really did that. Boom, knocking everyone out. Gotta do it quickly before they start realizing they get jumpy. After landing the fist right between Sashima's eyes, Kyoji pulls back only to immediately sock him in the stomach again. Sashima was clearly unprepared for a natural ball because Kyoji's sink at him with surprising ease. Sashima sacks forward, his fist in his pockets, evenly kicking his shins, causing him to sink down with a strange, almost comical pose. Now get the other niggas. Don't want them jumpy. Sashima rolls in gun and pan, gum his face, blood dripping from his nose, spills between his face. You get for acting tough, you asshole. Upon hating a moment, Kyoji rears back to kick Sashima in the stomach. But at this point, Sashima like you were until now understanding the shock amazing. Finally springing into action. I told you, man. You were supposed to boom boom, he on the ground, boom boom, another one. Get them one by one. Don't let them jump you. Don't let them realize they can jump you. Finally reaches with Kyoji from behind, trying to twist his arm. Kyoji twists in the opposite direction, shakes him off. Boom! Knock him off. Knock him down. And feed him so he continues to enter Sashima. And this time, he lands to kick into Sashima's stomach. What are you talking? What are you doing, man? Do you want to go home bruised? Or do you want to win? Win the fight. Don't go. This is the problem. Y'all don't think y'all can win fights when you can win. I've seen plenty of people stand 10 toes tall in many difficult situations. All you gotta do, stand on. You gotta stand on it. You gotta realize that a lot of these people aren't built like they think they are. So many people have not been in real fights. They don't know that shit. They're not really prepared to take a punch. So they take a punch, boom, down the ground. They don't want that. They don't even think that's starting that. Wait, I don't want to do all that. I didn't want to fight in the first place. You damn right you didn't. I shakes all the guys trying to pull him away. Kid and Bonnie Wayne kicks under the other boy. Also, you don't want to like actually like do real damage shit. Him, Sashima. Not because we like him or anything, but because like we're not here. We don't have beef with him. We don't have real issues with him. We just don't like him. Do something about it then. He takes the bow to the back of the head. The match grabs his arm from out. He shakes Fluffy and continues to wail on Sashima. He keeps beating this guy up as hard as he can until he goes down. That's the only kid you can on the situation to win. No, what? They're not even jumping you correctly. You can definitely beat the fire out of him. Straight up. As long as he's standing, he'll beat up Sashima. That's all I can think about. That's just your hatred. Kid's stomach churns with anger. It finds way down on him from every front, but he does spare moments of thought. He doesn't spare that a moment of thought. He just keeps stomping and kicking. When he slips over Sashima's uniform, he realizes his legs can't support his weight anymore. Then it feels heavier than he should be. Something hit the back of his head. He thinks he can hear the valves sound metal hitting something. Y'all needed metal to knock him out? Y'all are weak. They're so weak. You're jumping someone and you need to get a weapon. Imagine. Imagine, bro. If I'm jumping someone and then one of my homies grabs a fucking bat, I'm like, bro, that's one man. He's not even really that taller than us. He's not taller than us. He's not bigger than us. Why do you need the bat? We don't have smoke with him. We're just beating him up because he wants to fight. I mean, his arms, like, it's crazy to me. They pin his arms again, and this time he can't shake them off. The other blade tries to kick in the direction, but Skiggs only kept the way. He rolls in what's going behind him, kicks him every direction towards his body. Can he feel pain? The is dying red with the anger. They are spitting these kinds of rumors behind their back, and all his fault. The thought, oh, so every rumor is that they weren't true? Is that the issue? And they were about him. I wonder. That makes anger surge endlessly through him. But they can't fight. Without a few points for exclamation, the beast suddenly stops. He cracks his eyes open. He can see Sashi beside him, so hunched over with blood running from his nose. Doesn't look that injured, but especially his full of pain as he moans and complains the whole time. I won. Smile plays over Kyoji's lips. Honestly, again, that let me know he wasn't ready for the once. All y'all know how to do is jump. Cause they bitches. Low key, this is the problem. Y'all gotta let these. Y'all gotta let them know. Like, you're not playing with them like that. Boom! Boom them like. Kyoji goes Cade to Ness's office where he now has like kind of staying him down. She mumbling angry that he lost me and disrespect of his wounds. Kyoji makes frowns at her. Keeps his mouth shut. After he gets down about to fight Bellcat because she's the exact reason. After speaking that out, she gives him a go and pours a huge splash to disinfect over one of Kyoji's wounds. Oh, that stings! That hurts, damn it, what are you doing? Are you crazy? The shower disinfected his over his wound, sensing like a white fart. The sin disinfectant was already quite thick and that's off to become even more pungent. Now you hooligan. You got personality issues, you know that? He isn't holding anything back within. To begin with, she tried to enter the dead ball while calling out Sensei over here, but she hadn't actually called her teacher. No. When he asked that, what was that about, it kinda only made a shameless expression. That was the extent of her answer. To be fair, gave to his vision the teacher showing up, then would land him in hot water. The door to the next office opened noisily. On the way, finally Go walks in. Aoi, okay, that's her name. Her name was Aoi Namiki. He doesn't remember her very well, but she was in his class before he moved out. Apparently, Aoi was the kindest friend even back then. I don't said apparently. You don't know nothing about her. I had to be told that Kyoji had the feeling that he might have seen it back then, when the Akane was out playing with the other girls. Yeah. Yeah. You shouldn't. She should take her own advice. We also should be following her advice. This one was already out when David came in, which is why Akane's been treating him herself. You could have said that before when I was going out. I wanna go home. You ask me. I already finds her ways a bit more. Oh. I'm before I answered. Fine, you take care of it. You'll cut the moves anyway. I feel like you'd probably make fake happiness, but if it's just white wounds like this. Could you extend when he speaks, expecting the wounds? Suddenly you feel the shadow movement of it. Yeah. Yeah, I know why you're insulting your nurse. I'm not gonna like. But this hangs in the air. Kyoji looks up in fear at Akane, seeing how her face is screwed up in anger. A vein bulges across her forehead. Hey, yo! You teach my mouth the what? You ain't get away with saying stuff like this sometimes. I don't know. Yeah, ow, stop it. Chill. She pinches Kyoji's cheeks as far as they will go. Now he was sitting in the corner, whispers like she's a pest. But the kindness violent treatment is safely behind him. Kyoji walks on. Kanye looks at him, exasperated. Oh, shut up. Kyoji found silently. When he returned back to school, he found his bike at the shadows for himself. His spokes were bent and his seats were missing. Something happened to it during the ball. It caused something hitting his head quite hard. He doesn't want to imagine it, he probably threw it at him. Thankfully his bike isn't the 40 type, so it's relatively light. It's of the 40 type. Seems like he didn't hit him that hard, too. Still can't believe he got away with just a few bruises. However, the back ended up getting smashed against the wall. Impact on skin mark on his full ability. And man, this ate up my life so much and just bought that back, you know? This sucks. I know it definitely has gunpoint. 30 time paces his lips. Even she acts nicely. That's the one question we can't answer, especially not to her. Funny class her arms and glares at him. 工場入ってパンにつけなかったからマーガリンだけ余っちゃってお昼休みにマーガリンだけ食べさせられなかったっけ Assisted menu, huh? I didn't realize this was the thing. Oh my god. Good thing I found it. God. Why are you taking that out here? What does that have to do with anything? She's like, you've always been stubborn. It's so true, it's so true. I'll get the voice soon. Oh. Interesting. Goji points a dignity icon in. I mean, that shit was crazy. I get telling kids to finish what's on their plate, but just give me my shit for lunch? That's not a meal. You basically put a piece of cold water under my plate and told me to eat it. You don't have any idea how gross that was? Oh, pipe down already. Stop making up stories from when I was a kid all the time. I kinda laughs openly. Good job at the but he laughs to drain all his anger away. His shoulders shrunk. Yeah, you haven't changed, either. Thank goodness. She saw it in him at first. He couldn't help. I feel like she was still told about what happened. Seeing how like this is a huge relief. Do you got beef with me as well? Who else got beef? Hearing that moment from behind him. Goji in the kind of bojo. He forgot, but yeah, Aoi is here too. Anyways, her hands in a fussy manner. Aoi's voice is different as she raises her hand and points to the right. Okay. Yeah, we're gonna see you later. With a small nod of the head, Aoi walks into the side street. Her steps look more like she's dragging her feet. Kyoji and Nakane find themselves looking at each other. Namiki is really, you know, kinda gloomy. She's a good girl, huh? I mean, if you say so. Yeah. So yeah, let's get going. Didn't even go quiet all of a sudden. Every now and again they say something like, or they just remembered, but it doesn't last. Not they just got uncomfortable at each other. Not exactly anyway. It's more like the face. They keep walking like that for 10 minutes when Kyoji's having to stop in her tracks. Huh? I think my guardian's here to pick me up. And as soon as Kyoji says that, a drawling voice we just say he is. I knew it was a woman. What about work?
今日は早じまい。今ね、お弁当買ってきたところだったのよ。
Real shit then. Let's go.
あれ？保護者って、もしかして。
I kind of stares at her with that eyes. Only for you could call out.
わあ、嘘。もしかしてその子、あかねちゃんだったの？
So they know each other.
やっぱりその気の抜ける喋り方、姫子お姉ちゃん。気の抜ける話し方なんてひどいわね。
Kyoji kind of exchanging their gaze and slump over in defeat. This probably her to try and look angry, but it's not the slightest bit unnerving. Sorry, Yumiko-san. You're not fooling anyone.
やみこさんは？
I kind of first her bows, puzzled. I'm like, you don't know. That's her pen name.
ペンネームって？
She's an author.
私ね、今オカルト雑誌のライターをやってるのよ。
Of course, you're in a cult,
埼
right?
玉やみこって。
You always need one of those in a horror game. Anyway, said Yamiko, surprised by a proud explanation.
埼玉やみこ？何その変な名前。夢川姫子じゃどうしてダメなの？
Yumiko hand sweaters over to Akane with the speed one would never imagine from a slow, gentle way of talking. With the hand clasped over her, with the other Akane's mouth, she nails her eyes.
あかねちゃん。お姉さん、その名前嫌いだな。すっごく嫌いだな。
Yeah, I get it.
どのくらい嫌いかっていうとね、2週間お風呂に入っていない上に溝に落っこちて汚くて、その上痴漢なんかしちゃうようなド最低男と同じくらい
And he's a molester. This ass shit. Scumbag of man, he hasn't showered in 2 weeks. He fell into a dirty ditch like the dumbass he is. He just molests people all the time. It's like, what the fuck? What was it that awful specific? Was it that awfully specific example? Yumiko Yukawa, also known as Yamiko Saitama. Well, I mean, shit. Yamiko Saitama might have been a better name. Maybe she was cooking. But the real name that sounds like a stage name from musical trope. And then for you to increase your pen name, this young lady is a writer fan for the occult magazine A Bays. On top of that, she's his mother's cousin. She's young to be his aunt, but too old for him to consider her as an older sister. As such, she comfortably fits into the role of a friendly older cousin. According to her, when Kyoji's little, she does it on. I think that's what it said, but I clicked it. Well, I could get a log, right? Backlog. According to her, when Kyoji was little, and lives here, she often doted on it. Actually, I was like, the doting part is entirely according to Yamiko though. From his perspective, nothing good ever came from spending time with her. Yamiko moved out of town when she went to college, after which she started working on a major publisher in the big city. During that time, she fell out of touch with their family. And Kyoji's household moved to the same area as Yamiko. Because of his father's job, they started talking again. And then about a year ago, she quit her job at the big publisher for whatever reason. I'm gonna be wide for her phase. Underground magazine that's dead weight at best. Guess she follow your passion. You always should follow your passion. It doesn't even matter if you think you're debasing yourself and doing worse. If you're happy with it, you're happy with it. This is Yamiko decided to move back to Kyoto City to investigate some stories she was curious about. Kyoji's father was relocated abroad. One thing went to another, and now Yamiko is up as a guardian. Ignoring Kyoji's quip, Yamiko moves her face closer to Kane's.
姫子お姉ちゃんじゃなくて、これからはやみこお姉ちゃんって呼んでくれるかしら。そしたらお姉さん、あかねちゃんのこと可愛がって。
How horrifying. She's smiling, but that smile doesn't extend their eyes. Let me nods desperately like she's cackling under pressure. Maybe Kyoji just imagine it, but he thinks he can see her begging down into a cold sweat.
じゃあ由美子お姉ちゃんって呼んでくれるんだ。呼ぶ。
Finally freed, the kind of replies like gasping for air.
由美子お姉さん嬉しい。じゃあ練習してみましょうか。いえ、 闇子お姉ちゃん。
She got you. It's over.
はーい、よくできました。
Namika claps her hands together with a vague satisfied smile. Akane's house is a short walk away from Kyoji's and Yamiko's apartment. Akane says with a somewhat tired demeanor that she'll see him tomorrow before he and Yamiko go to their apartment. Now finishing the box lunch Yamiko got him for dinner, Kyoji goes back to his table and goes, "Keep playing stuff, okay?" But the AC moved in. And he organizes his things to some extent. He doesn't quite feel at home yet. Like he's wearing a set of clothes he's not used to. Still, he'll eventually get used to his place soon enough. Kyoji reaches for the guitar sitting beside his bed. This is personal treasure. It was physically unpacked from his luggage after coming here. Okay? Since my bed needs to get to bed and strum the guitar string. Play us some. Let's go. Show me the talent. His amber-colored acoustic guitar is worn in deep use. At the only thing of it is curved body. A smile comes over his lips. He waits part-time with his full bag, hoping to buy an electric guitar, but a relative from his father's sick gave him one. Father's side. Jesus, sick is crazy. However, it turned out to be an acoustic guitar, not an electric one like he wanted. Unfortunately, his father didn't know the difference between an electric and acoustic guitar. His dad's father scolded him, telling him not to be selfish. It was still a guitar, still kind enough, so he decided to pass him with it. Soon enough, he gained attached to it anyway. Despite how he complained about it at first, now it is new holding it puts a smile on his face. He's definitely come to appreciate it. He takes out a practice book from under his bed and starts trying to play some exercises from it. Then at least he got used to how hard the strings are. Now the skin on his fingers have gotten tougher. Strumming the guitar doesn't make his fingers bleed like he used to. They like to just jam this thing sometime. He imagines himself picking the guitar up to an amplifier like in a music bar. He wishes he could just play on the street, and the song he's itching to play aren't exactly nice and peaceful. Not space songs that have hard vocals accompanied by bass and drums. The kind of songs that hit all the way down to the core, till the listener goes dizzy and the thoughts go blank. You can only imagine how good it would feel to play that sort of music under the spotlight, playing for a willing audience in the dark. Okay, we're gonna get you there. I mean, okay, we won't. I'm not gonna lie. That's all you, man. That's all you. Just then, he hears a gentle knock at the door. Come in. Kyoji replies, taking his fingers off the strings. Yamika opens the door and takes 2 cups of putty in her hands. Sorry, was it too loud? Were you looking?
隣近所から苦情が来ないうちは気にしなくていいわよ。
So you're saying this? Yamika holds up the putty.
差し入れ持ってきたんだけど、
Hey.
食べる？
She's into bad stuff too. Band stuff, yeah, like little cute cat playing the drums. Hey man, I'll take the putty. What's up? Yeah, thanks. Leave it right here, right there. Yamika nods for taking a seat next to
それ
Kyoji.
にしても、こう言っちゃうのなんだけど、きょうちゃんのギターって。
What is it? Is it trash? Is that what you're about to say? It's very trash. You're trash. You want to say I suck, aren't you? That's what I thought. You're trash. Kyoji can't help but poke fun at himself.
あら、下手とまでは言うつもりなかったのよ。ただちょっと未熟っていうか、拙いとか、たどたどしいとか、稚拙とか、拙劣とか。
I wouldn't say you suck. You just suck ass, man. Like you're just so trash. Like you don't just suck. You. That's what she said. Makes it pity depends on you describe it with that meaning words.
日本語って豊かな言葉よね。
Yamiko laughs unapologetically. Okay, fuck off. It's fine. I'll get better before you know it. His words are filled with resolve. That's right. He's bound to get better someday. Not that he seriously thinks to become a professional, but he definitely wants to get at least a little better.
男の子ね。
What does that even mean in this context? I'm not that bad. He's not that bad, man. I gotta stop saying I'm, because like usually when I play games, I like to pretend I'm the main character, not inserting myself as the main character, but like I like to imagine we're interlinked and we want the same things. Like I'll start rooting for them, like you know, like I'll start taking up their desires. But clearly, this is like a third person thing. So I should pretend it's a dead person. You know, fits the moods more, I think. So yeah, well, he's gonna get better. Yamiko vigorously ruffles his hair. Hey, what are you doing?
パッチャってかわいい。
What? Stop patting me on the head already. After hugging Kyoji like a stuffed toy for a while, Yamiko finally pulls away from him, seemingly satisfied.
ちゃん見てると
Satisfied. She's satisfied.
昔の友達を思い出すわ。
Who? The fan.
幼馴染。ギターがすっごく上手な子だったのよ。きょうちゃんと話したら気が合いそう。
Oh, so he's
それ
good.
はいつもこういうの好きそうだな。
Saying that, Yamiko takes out a giant monster figurine from one of Kyoji's cardboard boxes. Collecting these is another of his hobbies.
あら、どれもこれも凶悪なお顔。ねえねえ、なんで悪者ばっかりなの？
They're not ugly to him. I like them. They're mighty cooler than the heroes, right?
そう？
Yeah, it's all a matter of taste. What about the putty nut?
そうだそうだ、忘れてた。食べましょう。
She noisily mumbles through the bag from the convenience store that she bought. Yoko can't cook at all. Where at it, it's not so much that she can't, but that pretty much everyone she knows is gravely warned to stop before it results in casualties. Why is it always a person who just can't fucking cook for shit and doesn't realize it? On top of that, she is fundamentally a lazy person, so she ended up developing strange tastes for convenience store food. She happy to excuse markups out of the
そ
bag.
れね、角のとこにあるコンビニの秋の新作なんだって。京抹茶栗五目プリン。
Okay. Kyoto matcha and chestnut is one thing, but vegetables? He examines the chance to make pudding cup. Indeed, he can spot weird colorful objects right now. In the pudding? Wait, what? Hell no. Why keep buying these weird girls' favors all the time?
決まってるじゃない。すぐに消えちゃいそうなやつは売ってるうちに食べておかないと。なくなってから後悔したって遅いんだから。
I don't think I would have gotten on a damn thing if this was taken off the shelves. I would rejoice with happiness to know that nobody could ever taste this evil concoction. No, I don't think I would.
あら、するわよ。3年と8ヶ月前にカレーヨーグルトを食べ損なって死ぬほど後悔した私が言うんだから間違いないの。
I won't believe you. Like, I won't believe you. He won't believe you. The audience who's looking at this won't believe you. No one's gonna believe you. Yamiko claps her hands together, offers up thanks for a meal, then peels off the pudding. Good. Fine. Kyoji follows the example, directing a sidelong glance at its eccentric guardian as he does so. Hey, Yamiko quit her old job anyway. Fans never told him, and neither has Yamiko. Yamiko gave him the impression she enjoyed her old job. She might enjoy her current job even more. But objectively speaking, her old job was definitely the better job.
そういえば
It's only a business, man. Yamiko, who'd been eating her pudding quietly so far, suddenly speaks up with a slow, saturating voice.
学校からさっき電話があったの。ようちゃん、誰かぶっ殺したんですか？
Did you put your hands in that boy? Can't believe he went to the principal and said, no, he beat me up. That's kind of embarrassing. I guess he didn't go. I guess maybe he went home and then his father was like, hell no, who beat up my kid? And Sashima was like, no, I won the fight. I wasn't beat up. Nah, he beat you up. Who beat you up? He's like, I figured. He figured since she'd find out about it sooner or later. But explaining him about it still makes him a little uneasy. He'd been searching so hard he couldn't walk. It's because of cake. He very tired to teach after that too. Make sure to twist their story to put them in a good light while incriminating Kyoji.
まあ、きょうちゃんのその絆創膏だらけのなりから察するに、きょうちゃんもタコ殴りにされたんじゃないかと、ヤミコさんは推測しちゃうわけだけど。
Yeah, say you know how they jump my man. Say they had to jump him. They couldn't do nothing 1v1. They wouldn't 1-to-1. They wouldn't give him the fair 1v1. They're not like that. They're pussies. And they beat the cap out of the leader though. It's probably that just him to stress that fact.
で、何があった
They
の？
jump mans. He was on bullshit, but they jump mans. Yamako casually brushes aside his bravado and cuts straight to the heart of the matter. Kyoji's found what would make things insane. I can't tell you.
あらあ
But they're little assholes, you know? They definitely had it covered.
そっか。
You know, it's surprising he's something outside the quiet any fighting. Drops a gaze, everybody resumes. How do we dig into it? Is that it?
何が？
It's just, I thought you'd pass me more about it.
ヤミコさんの知ってるキョウちゃんは無意味にごめたいする子じゃないのよね。喧嘩するならよっぽどの理由があったんだと思うの。しかも相手の方もたくさんいたわけでしょ。
Did I say that way? Good, yeah, I was taken back. I mean, you did say you beat up their leader. They implied multiple people in this instance. You're not talking about a non-binary person.
さっき
Yeah, I'm glad she had to repeat what I said. Because, like, use basic logic.
ヤミコさんはそういう卑怯っぽい子嫌い。だから何があったかは知らないけど。
Kyoji's lost for words. Yamiko is like, 1 minute of him, extending his guardian. He had expected her to talk, make him over the cold citizen. Seeing Kyoji's surprise, Yamiko nears her eyes.
でも、キョウちゃんが悪さしたら容赦なく折檻させていただきますから、その辺はちゃんと覚悟しててね。
I don't know. I feel like I've gotten more comfortable in telling my parents about if I do things I think are more ambiguously good or bad. And I always like doing stuff like that. I guess everyone's different, right? Some people can't do that, and I certainly didn't think I could for a while. But if you are honest and very truthful about you and your intentions, people will take notice of that, and you don't have to do so much to get them to believe you when you're in trouble like this, right? So I think it's a good thing that he has such a good relationship built up with him like this. Yeah. I could show before giving him his 5 sarcastic
それ
smile.
にしたって明日は長い一日になりそうね。
How come?
こっちのこと気にしない気にしない。
What?
それよりあかねちゃん可愛くなってたわね。
Man, not talking about girls like this. She did?
あら、きょうちゃんはそう思うのかよ。そんなことないでしょ。
We're not talking about this. Leo just screws his face up in a grumpy expression, but shoving a spoonful of pity into his mouth.
前はもっと男の子みたいだったわよね。女の子は
She
成長が早い
was
わ。
not the tomboy not the tomboy elation. That's not true. She thought the boy when they were younger. But at some point, her body became curvy without getting much height, making Kyoji stand much taller than her. Keeps telling himself that it's only been 3 years, but it turns out 3 years of painting to truly change them both. Young becomes the first finish her painting. She cheerfully gets to her feet.
さて、デザートも食べ終わったことだし、もう一仕事してから寝ようかな。
Leona leans forward, pointing an instinct at Kyoji's nose.
きょうちゃんもお風呂にさっさと入って寝なさいね。ちゃんと一人で入るのよ。一緒には入ってあげないんだからね。
Wait, don't even ask me. Don't ask me such a stupid question. Kyoji nearly caused the putting out of his mouth. Why would you say such a thing? No one asked you to do that.
だっていずれお願いされないとも限らないでしょ。
No.
だから先に
No one was gonna eventually ask. Hell no. I'd never ask you for that. Oh, and for the love of God, never mind this kind of pudding again. I tired of being green and having chestnuts and mean face, but does this thing really have vegetables in it? And I'm pretty sure it had chow and mushi in it too.
あら、せっかく美味しかったのに。
His statement shocks Kyoji to the core. I can't believe it. Do you eat kind of stuff all the time?
ヤミコさんは鋼の舌と鉄壁の胃袋を
I was about to be like, show me.
自慢してますから。
But like, you know. She might be my type. Like, Kyoji just get out of my way, you know what I'm saying? You know, I get busted her hands on her hips. But I might also not might be type, depends. I don't understand you, fine, go away, good night.
あ、可愛くない。
Yeah, see, leave for me no fun. You got work to finish, right? Good night.
お風呂は入るのよ。
They know each other so long, Yamako isn't spice for the fanatic. Kyoji's who he likes. Here's goodbye for you in his room. Jeez, she was always a weirdo. Gummy to himself. He looks down to his company where he sits on the floor. What else to do with this gunk? Gunk is crazy. What's she gonna get away with just throwing it away? Shit, I would. Next day. There's Akane. Let's save that for next time, actually. So here's what I'm gonna do this. When these streams to work, I don't know how big this game is. So I want to do these streams more consistently. Okay, so I can get through this game. But they're gonna be spliced for a little bit, right? They'll be spliced until maybe mid-August. And then I'm gonna see about doing one every other day, right? 1 hour and 30 minute stream. You might be like, it's not 1 hour 30 minutes yet, and you might be right, but I think it's gonna be 1 hour to 1 hour 30 minutes, maybe more if the game's like going on and it doesn't have a good stopping point, and I can do that. But I don't want to put myself in a situation where I have to stream for 2 hours and I can't. Okay, so this is how I'm gonna prevent that. And it also allows me to get more streaming off, I think. At least, I think it will. So with that being said, thank you for the stream. Not thank you for the stream, it's crazy when I'm gonna stream it in this situation. Thank you for watching. We'll be sure to do this again next time. The game's it's the preamble, so nothing too crazy is happening. I do wish that maybe actually I'm fine with Kyoji. Kyoji's cool. Kyoji's cool with me. I do wish Kyoji was more confident in who he was and like outgoing, because it seems like he wants to be outgoing, but he just isn't. If he was fine with not being outgoing, it'd be a different conversation entirely. Anyway, we'll see if we learn more about kidnapping next time on Gore Screaming Show. That's such a title, man. Sorry. That does it. I'm ending.